Good evening. Spin around. Today's project was fixing the epoxy job that went bad. I came back in, I sanded out the whole junction between the piece I cut and the part I cut out of, and anyways, that line right there. Square rectangular line. Sanded it all down, laid down thickened epoxy, laid down a 2-inch strip of glassing tape, then laid unthickened epoxy real thick over that. So it's not going to be the prettiest job in the world, but it will be strong and healthy. It'll look better when I get some paint on it. It's starting to look like a mess of a boat. And I think that the PG&E power stacks over there, all the boats down here, there's a program you sign up for and you get paid to, the idea is you get paid to clean your boat. They don't actually come and check to see if you clean your boat. And hopefully when you apply for the program, they don't even check and see if your boat's clean. Because I said I had good decks. I didn't say fair, I didn't say excellent, I didn't say bad. But they're looking pretty shabby, but they're actually much healthier than they were when I started. I gotta go back, a couple of those holes just barely sunk in a little bit. So I gotta go back and finish topping off those holes. And then since the traction's gone, I'm gonna just paint down epoxy all over those holes and lay sand in there. And then I'm gonna do that to the doghouse someday too, because I need traction on the doghouse. Put in rails. But before I go home for Christmas this Friday, I gotta finish putting the windows in. I got these 2 over here to do, and then I gotta do all 3 over there from start. And finish the deck out, paint some of my the new boards that I put in. You saw the other day to flush out the 2 settees or the cabin, bring up the cabin sole. I don't know, that flush deck that I put in the boat, I need to stain that. Figure out a good place to store the Zodiac. It's all right there, but I think tomorrow I might finish inflating it and put it on the other side, on the right rear quarter of the boat. And then there's so much else to think about. We got rigging and chain plates and anchor connections and the sea hood and paint on the deck and getting rid of all the crazing on the deck. I got rid of a little bit of it today. I grounded out some crazing in there since I was going to be going over it with glass. That's the way it is with glass. The stuff's so expensive, I always think of a little extra spot where I could put in the last bit of epoxy. Epoxy is expensive, where I can put in the last bit of epoxy. Like you can see, one day I filled in some of the gaps right there on the deck, on the coaming. That is the coaming. And I'm pushing this video into 3 minutes, so I'll go ahead and shut her off.